even get to cross.
What's up, guys? This is What's My Game, and thank you so much as always for watching. If you find the video helpful, please mash that like button. I appreciate it. So this is Phantom Pain Top 5 Tips 2.0, and this is tip number 1. Use the supply crates as a stun sniper trick, or a stunning sniper gun. Use supply drops and supply crates as a long-range sniper guns, and it really does work. It's awesome. So like you're scoping everything out, you're scoping it out, and you see either A, a sniper, or B, somebody just sitting on their thumb. So what you do is you zoom in on with the Inscope, the binoculars, and you mark them. You don't mark the area, you actually mark the dude. That way the mark follows the guy even if he walks around. The point of this though is to find somebody that doesn't walk around, because we're going to take them out with an ammo or a weapon drop out of the supply options under your iDroid. So you click on to drop the crate right on the mark that you already have. So it's cool. I mean, that way you can drop your supplies anywhere on the map you exactly want them to be. But also allows you to drop them on marks that you've created. In this case, the mark is an enemy. So we're literally going to be dropping this right on this guy's freaking head. As you can see and hear. What's cool though, as he is stunned, he's not dead. So I can go up there and I can take all his money and do whatever I want to, interrogate him, whatever, wake his ass up. This is a good spot here. This is actually a side mission that I recommend. I don't remember the name of it, but you'll get a highly skilled person out of it for your mother base. They have the drop on me. I think that guy on the left is the spotter and the guy on the right's the sniper, and they got me dead to rights here. So I just kind of wanted to try it out. I probably didn't need to take the guy out on the left, but I was doing it anyway, so I figured let's do it twice. So I actually ended up using this on both of these guys. Now the key to this is the marks can't be moving. So once you select your mark, I don't know why I'm falling around with it there. Once you select them, there we go. Once you select them, then you can actually, okay, there we go. Now I by the way, I put the speed on 2 times after I selected it, so it comes a little faster, but once you select it, the guy, if your mark moves, then your target's gonna not get knocked out. So make sure it's a target that stays in one spot for at least 25 seconds or so, maybe less depending on if you have upgrades to your supply drops, which you can get through the mother base options. It just depends on how far along in the game and what kind of build you're going with, because you can get them quicker. I don't have any upgrades to mine right now, so it's not always going to be the same time. So that's why I just sped it up, number 1, so you didn't have to wait so long, because I wanted you to see front to back. So now I'm clicking on the other mark and I'm dropping one on his ass too. And again, they're stunned. So I think both of these guys are really valuable. Actually the one on the left was the one that was valuable, not the actual sniper. He had a pretty good rating. I don't remember what it was, but I think I just grabbed both of them in this case because I was a couple of guys short. But this method's really awesome. Now, obviously the biggest thing is make sure they don't have a roof over their head. They're not in some kind of building. It's okay if they're under a tree or if they're under like a street lamp or whatnot, but they can't be. This guy is 2 C's, so I went ahead and took him because that's a lot better than some of the guys I have now. Make sure that they're in an open area. And again, it's just a really great method. I'd like to see if anybody has any other ways to play around with it, you know, and hit it like a moving object. That would be totally badass. Since you have one shot, you know, it's like a mortar anyway.
Leave the rest to us.
So number 2, we don't need waterboarding. And basically this is, what I mean by that is you need to interrogate as much as you can. And since we don't have waterboarding, we have the old grab him by the neck and, you know, scare him with a knife method. And the reason why you want to do this is because you can get map. You see the map info is updated, and that's because they'll tell you where materials are that you can loot and other ammo and valuables, and they can also tell you where other skilled enemies are. So you can pick up some really good skilled players or skilled enemies that you can take to Mother Base to increase your levels on your support team and your research and development team and stuff. So at least interrogate once per area. And you can see some guys will actually put their hands up if you stick their gun in their face and you surprise them. And there is some different interrogation options for during holdup, but basically the end result is the same. That you'll extract information from them, especially these guys with the freaking little radio on the back. Those are the guys that can call for help and call in reinforcements and mortar drops and so on and so forth. So these guys in particular suck. So you want to get these guys taken down. And usually I found that there's some of the more skilled players, well, skilled enemies anyway. So interrogate as much as you can possibly stand. It's definitely not really exciting, but it's really, really worth it. Especially do it once every area you come into with enemies. Oh, the higher level enemies won't tell you anything, by the way. Upgrade your Inscope ASAP, also known as binoculars. They call it the Inscope in this game. You want to upgrade the Inscope to level 2 as soon as possible so you can identify enemy skills for recruiting. And I mean, really what we're doing is kidnapping them via some sort of magic balloon. So here it is. You go to the iDroid and you go over to the equipment and you slide over to Inscope, and you'll be able to get this when you have a little bit of GMP, not very much. It's like 1.5 diamonds, and then your R&D team needs to be level 10. If you just throw enough people in the R&D department that have all E's and a couple that have D levels, you'll be able to get to level 7. So it can be done really quickly if you grab enough guys off the streets, and you can do it at a low level. This skill is really important because you get the information now that tells you what skill level each of these players or these enemies are. So now, you know, when you're actually scoping somebody and you're using your binoculars, it'll tell you more information about them, so you can pick and choose who you want to send to Mother Base. And the reason I kept this running is kind of comical. I actually sent the Inscope to myself, and so I could go ahead and equip it, you know, right here in the field, and that happened. It landed right on top of this freaking Pueblo thing right here. It's like sitting on the edge, and I can't get up there. I shot it a couple times, and I tried to get up there and jump around, and it didn't work. It's really not a big deal because I just called it again and put it in a better spot, but I thought it was comical, so I left it there. Number 4. Yeah, I had to do it. Getting jiggy with it, or getting picky with it. That's from my heyday year right there. 98. All right, so anyway, you want to get picky now that you have this, you know, awesome Inscope that tells you the skills on these jokers. So that guy on the left, he has 2 B ratings, which is awesome. So I'm going after his ass. So now you want to get picky with the Fulton device, and then I'm going to mark his ass. Yep. And then I could use a supply drop thing, but I'm not. I'm just going to show you sped up on a run up there and take his ass down and send him up into the clouds. So this is a real, I do this a lot. I check every enemy and I see what their skill level is, and that way I know, oh, by the way, you see that little circle? It was only a 40% chance that he's going to be sent to Mother Base. So a lot of times when that happens, for some reason they're in a bad spot or whatever, just move them, and then a lot of times it'll go up or go all the way up. If it's a really good guy or a good skill player, you want to make sure they're 100. Even if you have to call in a helicopter to make sure they get there. So he went to 100%, so I know he's going to get there safely. And as your support skill goes up, that'll even with bad weather, you'll have more probability for them to get there. So here's another, me killing. Well, actually, I'm going to stun this guy because he's a good one. So that's what I do when I get to an area. I identify everyone. Not only do you need to do it anyway because, you know, of my first tips where it shows you where they're on the map all the time, but now you'll see their skills, and then whenever they're a good one, I'll go ahead and mark them. That way I know they're good, and I can go ahead and take them down, take them up to the clouds. Picky also means firing bad eggs at Mother Base. This guy, Frantic Crab, he's a troublemaker, and he causes trouble within the unit, giving staff PTSD. See on the right-hand side? Go through and clean out your ranks. Get rid of shitty players and enemies, and that's part of being picky too. The last one is just a small one, but it's cool to get extra money. When you complete a mission, grab a vehicle. So early on, your Fulton device aren't, even a long way through the game, your Fulton device aren't strong enough to pick up heavy objects yet. So you can't take vehicles to Mother Base. So a quick way to do that is whenever you complete a mission, they usually want you to get out of what they call the hot zone. It's that little inner red box that I showed you. And just drive out of the little red box, and I put the HUD map up there, which is kind of confusing to use, but once you drive out of that red area, you're out of the hot zone, and then you'll have that Jeep at Mother Base. Well, it won't physically be there, but it'll be there where you can actually sell it, and it's worth like 20 or 30,000 whatever money, and so it's like finding a really awesome diamond, and it's just really easy to do and get you to the end of the zone quicker anyway. So that's all the tip, guys. I hope you have really enjoyed it. I hope these are helpful for you. Please let me know if there's something specific you want to see. This is What's My Game. Please mash the like button for me. Have a fantastic day. See ya!